Hello again, everyone. Okay, final thoughts on the Ryobi 40-volt trimmer. Let's see. The plus side is it's got some decent power. Um, it took a little bit of little bit time to get used to the differences between the old one and I had in this newer one. I like the dual string. It takes a little bit of time to come up to full power, full speed. But once it's at full speed, it doesn't really slow down when you hit a fence or something else. So it's got that going for it. One thing I did notice, it seems to be, if the string is a little shorter, it doesn't really have the speed to take out your thicker grass and like cut it in more like kind of beats it down almost. So if your string isn't extended all the way out, when it is fully out, it's a beast. It kind of wrecks everything nicely. But when the strings are shorter, it doesn't really seem to have the speed at the end of the string to cut the grass. Okay, something else. The head, or actually the trimmer part that you hit on the ground, the button or whatever to cause the string to go out. You have to hit it pretty hard, from my experience, and it wouldn't really work just on the grass. I had to pretty much take it over to the concrete and tap it a little bit, and then it would work fine. The plastic that it came with, the button that you hit on the ground, is really soft plastic, so it seems to be it'll eat up pretty fast. So you can remedy that by putting a metal end over your plastic thing, screwing that on or something like that. All in all, it's got decent power. Oh, one thing I will mention, it does eat up the battery more than my other one. I had to pretty much keep it on full speed the entire time. It does have adjustable speed, but I just keep it on full for the work I was doing. Hadn't trimmed my grass for a while, so it was pretty thick. I'll give it that. Let's see what else. So decent. It has decent power. It does eat the batteries. I used 2.5 batteries, and on my other weed eater it'd be about 1.5. So I did have 3 batteries, so it's no problem. But I might have quite a bit of trimming to do. I've trimmed probably for about an hour straight, so it's not too bad. What else? This does have you can attach other things to it as well. If you have an edger or whatever. Let's see. That's about it. I do like it. I wish it was a little bit more speed, a little bit more power. Not power, but instead of less torque, but more speed. My other weed eater, it'd come to speed right away and you'd slice right through the grass. But if you hit a fence post, it would slow it down. This one, it's the opposite. It's got a lot more torque. So that's my review on this. I'm pretty pleased with it. Probably out of 10 stars, I'd give it about a 7. A couple things that I would fix is just make the bumper, make that have a steel bottom, so when you hit it on concrete or what have you, it wouldn't eat away at the plastic too quickly. Another thing I would change was just give it a little bit more, the gear ratio, a little bit more speed. Other than that, the balance, easy to hold. I wasn't straining my back or anything. Comfortable. The trigger is easy to hold down too. So that's about it. So that's my review on the Ryobi 40-volt trimmer. Enjoy, guys, and not too bad of a product. You don't have a cord you're pulling around, and you don't have to get gas and stuff all over the place. And but with the convenience of being able to go wherever you want to go. So if you have a couple extra batteries, that's cool. I do have other products of these 40 volts. I do like them. I like the Ryobi brand. It seems fairly reliable. So, all right, thanks for watching, everyone, and take care. Have a great day. Bye.
And hello, my friends. Today we're doing a review on the Ryobi 40-volt trimmer. So I'm going to take this battery and you slide it right on here. Like so. This has a dual trigger system, so in order for it to work, you have to have this one pressed down, and then you pull this trigger down here. Alright, so this is a dual trimmer line with a tap feature. Let's see if I can't Okay, so it starts out kind of slow there. It kind of speeds up. So that's how you get the battery in there, and that's how it works. I think it has an adjustable speed. I'm going to do a little bit of review and see how it works here. Couple observations. This rotates the different direction than any other weed eater I've had before. So it actually is rotating this way when I've always had them rotate this way. So I'm not sure. Sorry about that. This way instead of this way. All my other ones have always gone this way. Let's see what else. This guy has decent power actually. I'm just gonna have to get used to it rotating the opposite direction. I'm not sure if the wires are messed up, or I'm not really used to that. Also, when I'm trying to cut flat, it's a little bit more difficult with this. You got to lower it down a little bit instead of keeping it upright. If you keep it upright too much, it goes more of an angle. So you're gonna have to really lower it down a little bit to get that flat cut, and then your this is in the way a little bit, so I might lift it up a little bit. Other than that, it's got decent power, a completely different gearing ratio. The other one had a lot more power right off the end, but it was slower speed, and this one just speeds up a lot quicker, but it takes a while to get there. Seems to be doing a decent job. I got a lot of work to do, so I'm going to see how far it gets on one battery charge, and I'll post that as well with this whole video. Okay, we'll be back. Alright, let's take this thing out for a test spin, shall we? Alright, so it's got a little bit of a startup speed. It's not like instant speed right off the bat. It takes a little while for it to warm up, but once it gets going, it's got some decent power, as you can see. Let me go in the backyard here and try it out. Alright, let's try this here.